Marsha Nolan here, again to discuss many of the things that I learned from Master Ting. Every time we go to class or watch his Zoom shows, he says the same key phrases over and over again, and I thought it would be a good idea to try to explain some of them. Use them myself and try to show you in my body what he's talking about. One of the things that there are many areas where you are supposed to do some meditation. Standing pose. A lot of people do it for an hour a day. So what do? You don't have a blank mind. Some meditators do that. They try to have a deep mind. I like to just look inside and practice all the things that I should be doing when I'm moving. Only it's much easier to do it standing. So the first thing is you get into a comfortable pose. Okay. And then you scan your body and see, how does my body feel? All right. One of the things you do not want is that your feet are flat. Your feet have to feel like all the weight on the whole outside edges are like a suction cup attached to the ground, and yet the middle is absorbing energy from the earth. Okay, so I'm going to, how do you do that? You grab your toes lightly, and if I'm standing forward with my weight toward my toe, it's not possible to do that. So you need to sit back a little, like you're sitting in a chair. So always feel like you're sitting in a chair is one of the key phrases. Make sure you feel like you have suction cups on your feet. More key phrases. So I'm going to sit down a little and have my feet feel like they're suction cups, which means all 4 5 toes are gradually touching the ground, but not scrunching. And then this is nice and relaxed. This is the leg qua. It's nice and relaxed. So you're familiar with that feeling. One of the things he constantly told me is I need to sit back more. I have no clue how you do that. I think I do now. So now, what's supposed to match? The other key phrases are your fingers and your hands, your feet and your toes match. So if I am holding suction cups on the feet, I'm also holding soccer balls in the hands. So in order to do that, I have to have this rounded, a hollow in here, and lightly round your fingers. So now you are sitting down a little bit, and you spend a few moments or as much time as you want just to get that part. Your brain does not absorb a lot at one time, so you need to watch these videos over and over again. If I put it on one video, then I have to have a break so you could stop with one and move to another. So if I have my fingers up, pinky, even my pinky or any of the fingers, I start getting very tight here. So in order to have everything, all the joints open, you need to have the fingers rounded. So another phrase is that your knees are connected to your either big toe or the one right next to it. So no matter, that means you can't be like this and you can't be like that. You are trying your best to get a horse stance. So the further you sit back and more relaxed, the more you have to let go of your thigh, your calf muscles and you can soften. So we have fingers matching the toes, suction cups on your feet, and holding a soccer ball in your hands. And the next key phrase he always used was that you have to feel, before you do any form, the 3 hollows. The first hollow would be your chest. Second hollow is the suction cup in your feet, and also the soccer ball in your hands. So what am I going to do? We've discussed this, we've discussed the feet a little, and now what do I do to get this a hollow? Well, first of all, you open your back with your elbows. So you're starting to have your back feeling that it's rounded and that my elbows are going forward. And if my elbows go forward equidistant, you have to have your back feeling like it's touching the back wall. And now you have a natural hollow here. This is important. And now you sit and try to grasp that. You have a hollow here, hollow, and hollow. And you relax with that. And you want your neck to be long. So you don't want to be up here, because then you have nothing happening. Underneath here is all tight. So your neck gets long because your arms are connected to your back, and your back is connected to your spine. So let's talk about the spine. The spine has to always feel like it's being suspended. So you drop your elbows on your knees or drop them down to the floor, because the floor could be any place out here. And if you want to sit back more, you have to release more muscles in here. And if you start to get tired, it's because it's a new thing. Your thighs are not used to this. So you have a hollow. And now this is suspended up and the other part is down. So you're lifting your spine bones and dropping them so that they're separating. Practice that for a while. We're doing everything in a standing mode. Now when you're doing the Qigongs, you take one hand, soccer ball, over the other, and put them over the lower dantian. And the more you sit down, the more your arms get expanded forward. So the word expansion is you're always sinking, you're always expanding. Like the inside of your body is a balloon and is being blown up. Now if your legs get tired, you can come up a little bit higher, but you still keep the same shape. So you would have this, and you don't, some people have it here. It's too close. There's no hollows going at all. So you want to have them more forward, just a little. Master Ting is so masterful at this, you can't see what he does. Well, for me, I'm not as masterful, so you can see what I'm doing. And And that would be the first part of key phrases.